Hello, this is Palico Patch and welcome back to more of the Curious Expedition. And on this episode we are going to be doing the third expedition of Amelia Earhart. It's going okay. There's been a few rough edges to this. It hasn't been as smooth flowing as it was with Johan beforehand, but we're still alive. We're still alive. We're about 300-ish, maybe even bigger now actually. Fame, that's what I'm looking for. Fame ahead of our nearest competitor. But we did lose Tim Timster. He was screaming stuff in the sleep, and he was disturbing the rest of the trek. Even his pet dog was annoyed with him. So I sent him away. I said, just go and sleep over there, away from everyone else. Keep your shouting to a minimum, please. And then his shouting did keep to the minimum. To the point where he actually just wasn't there anymore. He just, you know, he was so quiet he disappeared. But, or maybe he disappeared and that's why he was so quiet. I don't know. I haven't really got my head around that part yet. But look, the bottom line is he wasn't there the next morning. So we've lost 3 region points because I'd upgraded him twice. And that's the worst part about it, because now we've been numero uno on this. We are trying to open up the next explorer and we need 2 people fully done up to the 9s by the end of the game, and we're on to the 3rd expedition now and we've got no one upgraded, but we do have 1 region point, so at least we can look at someone. Anyway, enough jibber jabbering, let's crack on. I said we're going to go and do the malicious desert this time. We're still going to do that. There's shrines and there's tombs, which seem pretty cool. Obviously we're going to have to manage our water a bit, but I figured we managed to get through the drylands okay. Even found a portal and went into that for a limited time. Let's do it again. Well, I'll say let's do it again. Let's try something a bit more difficult again. So let's crack on. After getting up very early, I made haste and arrived at the docks. There were still some preparations necessary, so I spent my time on the deck enjoying the cool breeze. A gentleman approached me while I twiddled my thumbs. He challenged me to complete my upcoming expedition within 80 days and offered a reward on completion. Well, yeah, why not? Let's give it a whirl. The gentleman nodded as I accepted his challenge. He tipped his hat and wished us luck on our journey. As I was one of the most famous explorers, the boarding of our ship had attracted some attention. I was approached by several capable persons that were curious for adventure. Who did I want to recruit? So we have Domhnall McFarlane, the soldier, who is a whiskey expert. We have Dadabai Sarajibut Dadabai Sorabij G. He's a BG. Sorabij. Barry Gibb, the BG. And we have Corporal Nathan Moses, the soldier, who has combat spirit and has a bad drinking habit. I think he holds 2. He holds 2. He holds 1. I think we're going to go with Domhnall McFarlane. Yeah, he's my man. He's my man. We could use a soldier and welcomed Domhnall McFarlane in our trek. I rejoiced as our vessel was ready for departure, so let's purchase some equipment. Right, so it's beans. It's beans. Tin can containing good old English beans, only enjoyable to a certain degree. So there's no point buying all of them. So let's buy 10 and see how we get on with those. It might be worth, well, let's do this properly. We need some torches. We've got plenty of rope. Desert, not going to need much air. We might need a medikit. 5. No, we don't want 5. We've got no bullets now either. How much are bullets? 8! Okay. 5 bullets for 40? No, I don't think I'll bother. Even the custom flare is expensive. Let's... What should we do? I'm happy with rope. Happy with the food. Let's buy 3 custom flares. Do we want Weather balloons. I haven't really figured out what they're used for yet. It didn't seem to do a lot last time. Bullets. Do we bother with bullets? Or should we take our medikits? And some bullets. 2 bullets. And there's not really much point in keeping anything else, is there? So let's take another costume flare. I think it'd be useful to be able to see what is around us at times. But we do have eagle eye this time, which is good. It means we'll be able to see further in the desert. I rejoiced as our vessel was prepared to head for distant shores. Well, let's get out of here. Let's go. Boom. Set sail. Expedition 3. And it's a 4-region map. That's the word I'm looking for. Map again. Just as I thought we would never find a way through these waters, a shoreline rose in the morning mist. I was curious to find what adventures were waiting for us here. I'm sure we're already being watched. Oh, awesome. Jeez. Be a bit more optimistic. It's your first expedition with us. And you're already paranoid. Ridiculous. Right, so we need water. Is there any water in our storage? Nope. Okay. Well, let's begin. There we go. We made sure to pack extra water rations. We would surely be glad to have them in these deadly dunes. I concur. So let's what should we do? We've got no whiskey, so there's no point upgrading you this time round. So let's upgrade John Albert to level 1 and 25, 23. So how many do you hold? 3, but you only hold 1 if I mount you. Is that right? Yes, I can't mount you really. 20, 25, 18, 23, 15. I suppose it makes sense to stay on the grass, so let's go there. Enter the slaver camp. A portly slaver has established a makeshift camp here. Let's trade. A slave came running with a selection of items. What have you got? Whiskey. Of course you'd have whiskey. How much is the whiskey worth? 2. It's not too bad. What about a costume flare? Yeah. Rope? No. Nope. Food? Nope. Water? Not worth anything to water. I would have thought water would be worth something in the desert. You know, not being picky at all. What about the bullets? Dynamite? So 2 bullets and a dynamite. Why not? We came to an agreement with the slavers, and I think we're done with you because you're expensive. Right, let's crack on. So we want to go to 22, 23. Let's go to that side. We might be able to get over to that question mark on the right. Enter the stone circle. We came across a stone formation that was obviously man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock. Maybe they formed a kind of map. Let's have a look. We deciphered the inscriptions and found that they would help us to find out more about a nearby area. Right. I know that we've discovered down here, and it probably would be more useful to have a look around here, but I'm hoping it will let me see what that question mark is. It will. It's a village. As it turns out, the villagers aren't happy with us, so we'll avoid that. We've picked up the region point, so we'll promote Mr. McFarlane. Cool. And then we can just move on. Cancel. So, are we by magnetic mountains? Because it seems to be going quite crazy at the moment. No. Let's get up on the hill and see what's around us. Right, so I can't see anything down here yet. Are we too far away to use a costume flare? Yes. Yes, we are. Okay. Do I risk it? 34, 35 and 1 water. So If you go on the desert, you use water. So let's not go on the desert. That's pretty simple, I think. What the hell is that? A giant scorpion. Oh. Okie dokie. There's no quick way around this, is there? It reveals nearby areas, but does it actually reveal what's in that area? Let's see. Can we get both? We can. Oh, right. Found the pyramid. Right, okay. Right. That's thrown me. Let's... What to do? Let's eat some beans. I'll regret this tonight. Okay, so I can only eat 3 for the time being. Let's get to the stone circle. Do we want to use free water though, do we? What happens if we go to there? Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? How much water do we have left? 9. What about if we went to there through 28 and 2 water? That's probably better. Let's do that. Right, so let's explore the stone circle. We came across a stone formation that seemed to be man-made. There were inscriptions etched into each rock. Maybe they formed a kind of map. Okay, we deciphered the inscriptions and found they would help us to gain insight into a region. Right. Right, so we've just... No, so the entire region's just been found and we found it anyway. Good times. Can we eat more beans? That's it. Right, we've got more beans into us. So let's go down to here. There's a cave. Let's explore. We approached a cave. It seemed to lead deep into the mountain. We needed a torch to uncover its secrets. We have torches. We lit a torch and descended into the darkness. We found a small passage in one of the walls that seemed to lead into another part of the cave. Only one person would be able to squeeze through at a time. Well, I don't really want to send either of them. I've had really bad luck with these in the past. I send them through and they get like caved in. So let's risk it. Let's risk it. We're all for risking it. So let us send in John. We elected John Albert to investigate the opening. We waited for a long time, but he did not return from us. It was a big loss, but he will always have a place in our hearts. See? Go on, Dom. We sent Dom Norton McFarlane to investigate the opening. After some time, he crawled back out of the darkness. He had found the remains of a long-dead expedition, just like ours, together with some valuable items that they certainly were in no position to use. Okay, so we've got effortless movement, springs creation, and dry lands. But I'm having to drop stuff anyway. So none of any use, really. That was not worth it. That was not worth it. And we've lost another trait member. Good times. Okay, so right, so 2 slots overburdened. So let's eat as much of these we can eat and scrap them. Let's drink both of those. And we're back to normal. So 52 and 4 water. We've just got to go for it now. We need to take something back with us. We're 40 days in and we've got nothing to show for it. A shrine. A shrine. Okay, what's over there? 36. Examine the shrine. The shrine towered above us. Time had taken its toll on the structure and had eroded what once had been a majestic sight. I could make out an entrance in an upper platform. We would have to climb up the outer walls in order to reach it. The structure showed long cracks, but it seemed safe enough to explore. So let's use the rope on that. After securing everyone, we successfully scaled the towering shrine. We had found the sacred altar room. It was a truly awe-inspiring sight. An altar, flooded by light, throned in its centre. Not a lot really, is it? Not a lot. Let's get rid of the dynamite. I'll tell you that. This was not a day of hesitation. We took what we came for. The moment we obtained the treasure, the earth began to shake wildly. We hurried outside as the shrine collapsed and huge mountains erupted from the ground. Oh, it's destroyed the one nearest us. Great. Great. Okay. So, we're just going to have to wing it to this one. And then just go back after. We can't get... if we can get back at all. Oh, you bleeding? No. 2 raptors. Not many trek. We're going to flee. We had to flee. We realised afterwards that we were while running we had lost some of our inventory. What have we lost? I don't think we've lost anything. Maybe a rope? Let's use a custom flare. Two water and 31. Well, why not? Why not, I say? There's got to be something in there. A small pyramid had been nearly completely enveloped by the sand. It is likely to be a grave built by an ancient civilization. A small opening led into the darkness. So let's enter the tomb. We entered the dark tomb. Mankind had not set foot within here for hundreds of years. There was a stone sarcophagus in the centre of the small chamber. Let's open it up. Dust filled the air as we lift the cover from the sarcophagus. Inside we found a perfectly preserved mummy. All of a sudden it started to twitch and limp and chase towards us. Donald McFarlane let out a piercing scream and almost fainted. Right, so we're fighting a very, very powerful mummy. Wow. Okay. This will not end well. This will not end well. 20. Yeah, I think we should just leg it. Let's leg it. Our only hope was to run away. We realised afterwards that while running, we lost valuable equipment on the way, so we've lost our water. Well, that's alright. That's alright. We just need to get there now. Get back. 74 or 68. 74. What about if we went that way? 75. Well, we're out of everything. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen now. We were exhausted and tired as the night fell. Donald McFarlane approached me with a suggestion. If we'd butcher one of our animals, we would be able to regain much needed energy and instill new hope. So we've got Lewis or Sir Dutton. I'm sorry, Lewis. It has to be done. It has to be done. Godspeed. Go join your master, wherever he may be. There was no other way. We dispatched Lewis and cooked his meat over the fire. It was sad and vile, but at least our filled stomachs brightened up the mood a bit. Just get me home. I'm done. Just get me home. What a terrible trek. So that's it. We're done for. But at least we got back within 80 days, I suppose. There was the Golden Pyramid enthroned above the landscape. Overcoming all obstacles, we had yet survived. Jeez. After all this hardship, euphoria overcame me. I knew that the name Amelia Earhart would be written about. Yep, as the Dog Eater. You are the Dog Eater and Sailor Loser. That's who you are. Success! Supposedly. So our current frame's okay. We found the Golden Pyramid. We've got speed bonus for being numero uno, which is all very good. Let's finish the expedition. Look at that trusty donkey. He is the only one who survived so far. So what are we being offered this time? We have Cartographer, reveals full region when all locations have been found. We have the Black Market, access more gear when equipping your trek. And we have Lone Survivor, survive a little longer when all alone. I've never looked at Lone Survivor as a viable option, but it might be. Over at Cartographer. Reveals the full region when all locations have been found. I think because of the way it's going at the moment, and I like to be optimistic, but I don't think I can be too optimistic about this one. We're going to go for Lone Survivor. So, Huzzah. Huzzah. So we're well ahead. We are what? 970 to 12. Oh, 971 to 1270. So that's what? 300 ahead? Which isn't too bad. It's not as comfortable as I'd like it to be. But we have no funds. So we just need to sell that. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So what a terrible trek. Oh, and it's not been any more nicer to us now. We have the defiled drylands, the Wahomey drylands, and the curious drylands. Golden Pyramid, a buried Golden Pyramid. Well, we're not going for a buried Golden Pyramid because we're not going to survive that well. It might be. There's 2 villages there. There's 3 villages there. We might be going to the Wahomey drylands next time. I think that's the legitimate one. Because we'll be able to rest there. As long as we don't annoy the locals too much. So anyway. We survived. Not very well. But I suppose surviving is surviving. Ultimately. Expedition 3. And we're on to Expedition 4. And again, we're probably going to be winging this like we did with the other girl. Through no fault of my own. It's a purely luck thing, I think. So yeah. Can't really hold that against me. Please don't hold that against me. Anyway. Jibber jabbering. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated, and I shall catch you on the next one. Take it easy.